David Green, the CEO of Hobby Lobby, which everybody knows is a Christian company, says that he is not selling the company, but he is now going to be giving away this company. It's pretty interesting why he says he's going to do that. Don't go away. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Go ahead and hit the like button, if you will, and subscribe to this channel. I want to just give you this article real quick because it's very interesting. This is from ArizonaFamily.com. Hobby Lobby founder gives away company, says he chose God. The owner and founder of Hobby Lobby announced Friday that he has given away ownership of the company, a decision he says he came to when he chose God. David Green, the former CEO of Hobby Lobby, wrote an opinion piece published by Fox News in which he explained how he came to his decision and how his faith has guided him in his role as leader of the Hobby Company. In the piece, Green said that his success as the owner of Hobby Lobby comes from God and that he considers himself a steward of the company rather than the owner. He also said business leaders in similar positions should consider whether they are owners or stewards of the businesses they lead. He says, quote, "Consider the idea of where your success comes from. I've seen many a business with the greatest of ideas not make it, and yet others with the simplest of ideas thrive. I believe that God is the one who grants success, and with it, the responsibility to be a good manager." And so he said here that well-meaning attorneys and accountants have advised me to simply pass ownership down to my children and grandchildren. And he wrote, "It didn't seem fair to me that I might change or even ruin the future of grandchildren who've not been born yet." He said his role as steward of the company was a great responsibility, and he wasn't meant to take the profits for himself. He also said this idea led to Hobby Lobby raising its minimum wage to $18.50 an hour, closing its doors on Sunday, and closing every other day at 8 p.m. And so very interesting stuff right there. He says right at the very end of the article, he says, it gives me bigger purpose than just making money," Green wrote. Like Coronard said, instead of going public, you could say we're going purpose. And so no details have been given as far as what's going to happen with the company, what he's going to do with the company. Who knows what this is? But I think it brings up a very interesting point as we explore this topic of being a steward. I looked at the word steward in the Bible, and really at the end of the day, I think all of us are stewards. I think even with this YouTube channel, I'm not the owner of it. Technically, I guess on paper, I am, but I feel like I'm the steward of this channel. God's given me a platform, and I want to use that platform, manage that platform in a way that brings honor and glory to the Lord Jesus Christ. I looked at the word steward here in the Bible, and in 1 Corinthians 4:1, "Let a man so account of us as of the mysteries, ministers of Christ, and stewards of the mysteries of God." So preachers are supposed to be the stewards of the mysteries of God. We don't own the Bible. We don't own truth. We're supposed to be preaching it. And it says there in 1 Corinthians 4:2, "Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful." So a steward is one who is not serving for the good of himself. He's serving for the good of the cause or the company or whatever it is that he is stewarding, the city or the whatever it is. He's just a steward of that. He is not supposed to make decisions that serve himself, but serve the greater good. It also says here in Titus 1:7, "For a bishop must be blameless as the steward of God, not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, no striker, not given to filthy lucre." And I think today, if you're going to be a steward, you have to understand that you're not in it for yourself. You exist for the good of the cause, and the cause does not exist for the good of you. And I think a lot of people today get this backwards, and this is where we get all these TV charlatans and stuff like that. They use their ministry as an opportunity to enrich themselves, or use their ministry as an opportunity to make themselves famous or please themselves in whatever manner that there is. And it should not be that way. It even says 1 Peter 4:10, "As every man hath received the gift, so minister the same one to another as good stewards of the manifold grace of God." So we understand this concept that we are stewards of the gospel. We are stewards of doctrine. We are stewards of the cause of Christ, meaning that preachers should be preaching for the betterment of God's people. But it also says here in 1 Peter 4:10, "As every man hath received the gift." What is the gift? The gift of salvation, God's free gift. "Even so let him minister the same one to another as good stewards of the manifold grace of God." I believe that every Christian is, in some sense, needs to take some stewardship of the cause of Christ and quit living for yourself. A lot of people today just live for the here and now, and they live to make themselves happy and to please themselves, and it should not be that way. I like the attitude here. I'm sure with Mr. Green, there's probably a few things I disagree with him on, but I love the attitude that he has in that he's saying that this is not mine. I am just the steward of it. I'm just in the driver's seat of this, but this company belongs to God. And personally, I think that's why the Lord has obviously blessed this. And I do like what he says there, that I believe that God is the one who grants success, and with it comes the responsibility to be a good manager. I love that statement because it's just so true. And any platform, and I'm thinking about my ministry where I sit now, any platform, any influence that I give or I get is not because of me or how good I am at whatever. It's because God gives it. And I want to manage it and steward it correctly and point people to the doctrine of Jesus Christ. Guys, there's a lot of people out there who are serving and using ministry as a platform to exalt themselves, and really it's not that. We are nothing more than stewards. I want to tell you, if you're a pastor in a church, it's not your church, it's the Lord's church, and you're just the pastor of it. I want to tell you that if you're a Christian dad and God has given you children and a wife, those are not necessarily yours. God has given you those to manage them for God's glory. And I think that this perspective that this man has, it applies to so many other areas of life that I think are just so useful. We are nothing more, at the end of the day, we are nothing more than managers of all the things that God has given us, and we need to steward these things correctly. And so there's a lot of parables about stewardship and stuff like that. But this is a topic that I want to dig into even farther for myself, and really kind of get more brushed up on this topic, because I think at the end of the day, we're all just stewards, and nothing you see here I own. All of this is going to burn. That's all it is. And I'm just the steward of all this. I think it's a great perspective for all of us. And so let me plug this real fast for you guys. For the month of October, we're doing a special. Everybody who joins our channel at level 2 or above will get all 3 of these things right here. We have Brother Wesley Robert CD, our book, Calling Evil Good, The Live Christian Rock and Roll, and the Doctrine Matters Sermon Notes Journal. Get all 3 of these. I think it's like a $50 value if you join at level 2, which is $9.99 a month. And so please consider doing that just for October. That's what we're going to do on that. So thank you guys very much. Doctrine matters, friend, and don't you dare forget that at all. And we appreciate you guys very much. You guys have a wonderful day.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
All right. That was awesome. Oh. Hey, man.
Hey, I got us a pizza for lunch.
I love pizza. What kind of pizza did you get?
Oh man, you're gonna like this one. You're gonna like this one.
One hour later. 3 hours later. Approximately 10 hours later.
Wow, I feel a lot better after having read this book right here. This book is guaranteed to keep you from doing terrible things. Order your copy today. Rebecca, I need the tractor. Okay. She'll get it.